Hey everybody, it's Molly, Senior Executive Unit Leader with Avon. I am back. I know I've been gone a little while. It's May the 1st, and I don't even want to think about the last time I did a video for you guys, but I am back. And I thought a good way to get started back with these videos is talking about what can happen in your life to keep you away from things that you know you should do and you know you really enjoy doing them, or maybe sometimes you don't enjoy doing them, but you know you're supposed to do them. And that has been my life probably for at least the last 2 or 3 months. Everybody knows who's been following me on Facebook or in my Onward No Matter What group, different events that have happened in my life. And look, you guys know my story. You know that, if anything could happen in my life, it's happened, right? It's like, don't say it hasn't happened to Molly, because if it hasn't, it will. But I'm still here, guys. I'm still here. I'm not ready to give up. I have been through, well, let's go back. Everybody knows that, my brother was diagnosed with cancer and lymphoma in February, and he has been going through chemo treatment since then. I share a lot on Facebook because it's real easy to type. It's not always as easy to talk about on video or in person, but you know what? He's had his 4th treatment. He came through it okay. Not as good as he did the other ones, but you know what? Mike's in there fighting. And when Mike was diagnosed with cancer, it really changed a whole lot in my life, obviously in the whole family's life. And I realized that's how things happen. I mean, I want y'all to think about it. If we could prepare for the bad stuff, one, it would be pretty boring if you could prepare for the bad stuff. But if you could prepare for the bad stuff, you know what? We would probably slide right by, know exactly how we're going to handle everything. But that's in the fairy storybook world. You know what I'm saying? Whether it's in your business or it's in your life, you know what happens? Life happens. A lot of people say shit happens. It does. It's not all good. Building a business is not something that's easy. And living a life that's successful in all areas is not always easy. And for me, watching my brother, one, be diagnosed with cancer, and seeing the fear on his face, and then, of course, the anger in his life, and you wonder, is he going to fight? Is he not going to fight? What's going to happen? And, we made the decision to move Mike and his wife in with us, which meant a new place for us to live. And we moved about 45 miles south of where we were, and that took a lot out of my life, but also it took a little bit out of my business too. It's true what they say. When things like cancer happen to somebody that you know, it happens sometimes just as much to the family and the people around those people suffering from the cancer as it does to those people. And maybe it's not cancer, maybe it's something else. I think about, my dear friend Tammy DeLoach and her husband Ron. Love you, Ron, if she's letting you watch this. Looking to have this man be healed and in and out of the hospital, needing a new pair of lungs. And yet Tammy's always out there working her business and trying to fit things into her life and trying to keep him happy and keep him going. And I got to tell you, that's what you got to do. That's what you got to do. You don't know how many times I just wanted to lay down and say, you know what, enough. Enough. Life sucks. I'm not paying attention to my business like I should. I'm title at risk, which means I'm not getting paid what I should. I'm not in touch with my team the way I should have been. I haven't been the best leader, and I'm here to tell you, I have not always been the best leader, and maybe you feel that way a lot. I'm a senior executive, and I don't get it right all the time either. I want you to know that if somebody hasn't told you, you're not always going to get it right. You're not always going to get life right. And you're certainly not always going to get your business right. But what you can do right is, when you see it happening, when you know you can get back in there and work it. Get back in there and get up off the ground. If you tripped, if you've just given up for a while, it was just for a while. You can get back on the horse. Get back in front of your business. Apologize to your team for not being the leader. Most of the time you don't even have to do that because they get it. But you have to show them that stuff happens. They're going to follow your lead. Those who truly want to work this business, who want something else out of life besides what they have right now, they're going to step in the potholes. But they need to know that you do too. This big fantasy world out there with a lot of, seniors or people in big business that the bad stuff never happens. Baloney. Yes, it does. They may not talk about it, but it happens. I'm here to say it happens a whole lot to me. Maybe I'm taking a little bit of their stuff. Who knows? But that's okay. Because I'm a firm believer. God's not going to allow any more to happen to me than hopefully what I can handle. And sometimes I amaze myself. When you're going through it, you don't really see how rough it is sometimes. That must be what my mom meant when she said hindsight was 20/20. Because I can look back and go, wow, really went through that? I was at the Lighthouse tour last night and the night before. And if you haven't been, I don't know when you're watching this, but if you haven't been to the Lighthouse tour, you need to find one in an area near yours and you need to go. Because it was the most exciting event that I have been to. And I don't know how long. Amazing. Amazing. Eddie Silcox was there. Man, our divisionals, Anna Brown and Mike Sanchez, boy, they had it going on. And they had people speaking to us like Marianne Penn, my upline, who was a top SCUL. And a panel of representatives from unit leaders to SCULs. And I was lucky enough to be on the panel last night, and I thought, I can remember a month ago when I thought, I don't know if I'm going to be able to go to that. There's too much going on. I'm in the middle of the move. I've hurt my back 3 different times. I've been so wanting to do this Avon walk forever. And this year I finally, or last year, signed up for it, made a commitment to make the money and collect it all. And thank you for all of you who donated. You're awesome. Raise the $1,800 because of good friends and family, like some of you that are watching. Melanie Drake, big shout out to you, girl. You know why. And I can't do the walk now. My back's hurt. I want to do the stupid thing and just go walk. And I want to do it. And I can't stand for a long length of time right now. And I know I have to heal. And I keep thinking, but God, don't you want me to go do this walk? And then I thought, but the money's raised. Over $1,800 for a great cause. Fighting cancer. I'm not sure why I'm not going to be able to do that. But I know that there must be something bigger for me planned on those days. Or maybe God just knows I need the rest. But all those people who thought that I was going to be there, they know I'm there in spirit, walking with them, cheering them on. To some people, the walk may not have been anything big. But to me it was, because 39 miles, if it was one going to kill my big butt, then I could definitely say I walked it. That's okay. It reminds me of when I wanted to make SCUL, when I wanted to make executive unit leader, when I wanted to be an AUO, when I wanted to be President's Club, when I just wanted to do something that was viewed as great. But sometimes it didn't go that way. Not at first. Sometimes I had to go through a bunch of trials and tribulations, but it taught me what I was made of. I want you to see that. I want you to know that if the road was easy, you would not appreciate where you were heading, where you've gotten to. I don't know very many people who will tell you when they meet a goal that how they got there was easy. But I can tell you that in my 10 years with Avon, in April 22nd, 2014, was my 10-year anniversary with Avon. And I will tell you that at almost 51 years old, I have grown more in the last 10 years as a person than ever in my life. Ever. Why? Because what I wanted in Avon, what I wanted for myself, how I wanted to better my kids and their lives, how I wanted to show everybody who never believed in me that I could be better, that I could be more than what I was right at that time, that I didn't have to be the one getting support from everybody else, that for once I wanted to be the support. And in 10 years, whew, look, senior executive, able to help my brother and his wife, able to be there for my husband, who is legally blind and has no control over losing the rest of his sight. I don't have to go to a 9-to-5 job. Now, I didn't know all this was coming. I want you to think about this. This is where the lesson comes. So listen. Look at where I'm at right now. A brother who's struggling with cancer. A husband who is legally blind, diagnosed with retinitis pigmentosa a few years ago. Can't drive. Needs help getting to places, because his vision's closing in on him. So many different things that are happening right now in 2014. Now look. 10 years ago, I started Avon simply to pay for my son's prom and graduation. Needed some money, was drowning in debt, no doubt. Sinking, drowned, and bloop, 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 no bubbles. I was going down. This was coming. The loss of sight was coming. The loss of Lee's job because of that was coming. I didn't know 10 years ago. My brother I didn't know he was going to get cancer. I didn't know that he was going to need help. I didn't know he wasn't going to be able to work as much. The Avon opportunity, thank you, Mary Ann Penn, was put in my lap. No. It was up to me what I chose to do with it. I could have been a slacker all the time. And sometimes I was a slacker. We all do it. I could have been a slacker, but it wasn't. I saw that there was something there. Something I was smart enough to do. Something I already loved, the Avon brand. Helping people. My passion, always. And because of all that, now, do you know what I'm able to do without the threat of getting fired, without the threat of not getting paid, without the threat of losing my home, without the threat of not being able to provide? I make my schedule. Now, listen. I make my schedule. I decide how hard I work. And because for 10 years I did that, even with full-time jobs, 2 full-time jobs for a while, 1 full-time job for the majority of my Avon career, and then 6 years in, I took the leap of faith to say, this is all I'm going to do. It can pay my bills. I'm going to build this big. I'm not going to quit. I'm going to do whatever it is that I have to do. And what happens? Think. This is where it means something. Tammy Deloach, if you're watching this, do you hear me? You work a job too, girl. And you've got your Avon. That part is letting you be there for your husband. I'm not just talking about the bad things. But right now, that's what I have to share with you. Right now, I can share with you that if I had to be in a 9-to-5 job where I didn't have a way to make more money, that I didn't have a way to be able to be there when my brother needed me, or when Lee needed me, or somebody else in the family needs me. If I hadn't have done this and stuck it out all the times I wanted to quit, I lost count all the times I wanted to quit. If I hadn't have stuck it out, I wouldn't be here now telling you that if I can do it, you can too. That's the truth. That's the truth. I think of Alaska, Hawaii, Puerto Rico. I've been to Nashville. Supposed to go to Hollywood next year. Orlando. Think about it. Think about it. You can do this. You can do this. If I can do this, you can do this. I am nobody special. I don't have a college degree. Graduated, got a diploma, worked as a waitress, delivered newspapers, worked in a doctor's office, helped run a home improvement company for years, sold some Avon during a lot of that, made minimum wage most of my life. And now, I am making more than I ever did before, but I am able to help more people because of this Avon thing than I could have ever done working in a doctor's office. An author, co-author of a book, View from the Top 2. Somebody wants to read my story. I'm thinking all the bad stuff. Are you kidding? Who would have thought that? It's within your reach too. Hard times sometimes mean that you are in for something big. And I am not going to promise you it's going to come quickly, because for those who have, God bless them. But it hasn't for me all the time. Hasn't for me. But I will tell you that for most of the things that have gone on in my life, where it's brought me to has been so rewarding. Sharing with you all on YouTube videos, thinking you want to listen to the big hair blonde, seriously? But mostly to let you know that you can make it through anything. People don't believe in you, psst, poof them, poof, be gone, you know. Poof, be gone. Look at them, smile, tell them, I'm going to show you. You just keep watching me. And then you move on. If you got to go have your little cry like I did, sometimes I had snot dripping from my nose type, you know. Yeah, you know. Them kind, they don't believe in me. I know. By the way, I still have people who don't believe in me. It's okay. There are plenty of people right now who do. So, as tired as I am tonight at 11 p.m. doing this video for you, I was determined to get back on track and revisit you in YouTube videos to tell you that this is going to come more often, that it doesn't matter how tough the journey is right now. I want you to stick it out, because if I'm going to stick it out, I need you there beside me. I need you there telling me on the Onward group, Molly, I've gotten through this. Molly, guess what I did today? I had a sign up today. I shared the opportunity with somebody today. Molly, I listened to somebody. And I am going to help them change their lives because I'm going to help them get what they need this money for. That is what this is about to me. Now, if you want to just be out there and make $1 million, go for it, because that's good too. Because I'd like to make $1 million. I'm not there yet. I'm not Lisa Wilbur money yet, but I'm working on it. You need to work on it too. Work on being the best you can be. Don't try to be a Molly STONE-BIBB. Don't try to be Lisa Wilbur. Don't try to be Teresa Paul. Don't try to be anybody but you. Go through your trials. Don't use them as a crutch. Use them as a stepping stone. Use them as a stepping stone. Don't stay down. Get back up. Because you're not a quitter unless you don't get back up. I love you guys. If you're not on Onward, no matter what, on Facebook, jump on. Come on now. We sharing some files and some good times and some inspiration and motivation. And just a whole bunch of learning and celebrating going on in that Facebook room. I hope, and again, I don't know when you're watching this, but August, Orlando, Avon Convention. I'm going to be there. Are you? I want to meet all of you. I want to celebrate with you. But mostly, even if that doesn't happen, I want to see your success become a reality, not just a dream. So, thanks for being here. I know it's a short one, but it's a start, right? Okay. Love you guys. Talk to you next time. Bye.